Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. Today, we will have a mind-body reset session with me and G. So I'll cover for the mind portion. Tapos si G naman for the body portion. I think it will be like a nutrition talk. So I see a few new names and a few, familiar names here in the participant list. So thank you, first of all, for sharing your weekend with us. I really, really appreciate seeing these names, and I hope we can impart great, I don't know, lessons, insights for you guys for today. So first, when nung nalaman ko na reset yung magiging topic for today, sobrang nakarelate ako to share. I'm the person kasi who has a weekly reset routine. Hindi na ako naging fan ng New Year's resolutions kasi usually kapag nag-start ako tapos I fail midway, kunwari second day pa lang wala na. Next year na ulit. Next year na lang tayo ulit mag-start. So parang maglalapse yung isang year tapos tsaka ulit ako magte-try. So I tried this new thing of weekly reset. So for me, this is how it works. Pero let me know if you have other like things that work for you, if you have questions on how I make it work for myself. But when you do like a mindset reset, I always ask myself, what's in it for me? Bakit ko ba to kailangan? Ano ba yung potential benefits of resetting my mindset? For me, yung feeling na may bago kang like a fresh new start, new opportunities, parang new chances to win in life. Yun yung nakita kong benefit of weekly resets.
Hindi ko pa nauubos yun, pero asan yung ano?
Hello? Ayun. So, yun yung what's in it for me ko, or WIIFM. So, you have to ask yourself, ano yung potential benefits for you guys. You can also write down any notes you may have or yung mga points that I will make para when you have your own journaling or introspection session, meron kayong guide. And then the next three things I'm going to talk about is yung process in which I reset. So it's knowing your value, practicing your value, and embracing your value. So first of all, knowing your values, meaning what do you value as a person? Is it social relationships? Is it your work, professional development? Is it learning or personal development? Whichever it is, you have to ask yourself questions. Ano ba yung parts of my life that I really value right now? What sparks joy? What do I enjoy doing? When I wake up in the morning, ano yung gusto kong unang gagawin? And before I sleep at night, ano yung alam ko makakapagpangiti sa akin sa gabi bago ako matulog? Or makakapagpakalma sa akin during times when I feel like I'm overwhelmed? What's my go-to comfort thing to do? What's my comfort food? What's my parang my safe haven or my safe zone? So it could be, I value my personal time. So you could set aside time in the morning to have your alone time. Or if you're a morning person, kasama yun sa knowing your values as a person. If you're more of a social type of person, of course, you will set aside time for social interactions. And right now, I understand it's the pandemic. So what we can do right now is really virtual stuff. So even then, knowing your values, you can, what do you call this? Pwede mong i-tweak yung mga nangyayari sa life mo. So since hindi tayo pwede magkita-kita, virtual lang. In terms of work, same. So hindi ka rin pwede makapag-networking personally. So how do you develop that work-life balance naman? So in knowing your values, you have to answer these types of questions. And being able to answer these questions will help you guide your way kung what kind of mindset do you want to have in the future, in the present. The next thing is practicing your value. So dito papasok yung developing your habits. And it's not always an easy thing to do kasi we're always gonna be pulled back kung ano yung nakasanayan natin, especially if you want to develop habits na bago sa'yo or if you want to unlearn unhealthy habits. For me, what makes it not easier, I guess, but more doable is to make it as simple and as convenient as I can. before, sobrang dami ko nang na-try na apps, sobrang dami ko nang na-try na planners, and hindi lagi nag-work for me. I also had this obsession with YouTubers. Di ba meron sila mga morning routines, yung mga influencers, they have all these, their own habit trackers. And I tried to, copy-paste what they do. Pero na-realize ko along the way, since magkakaiba rin kami ng values, so babalik tayo sa values, hindi rin nag-work sa akin whatever would work for them. So if sa kanila importante yung gumising ng 5 a.m., sa akin hindi ko talaga siya kaya. I really tried waking up at 5 a.m. and it didn't work for me. I just ended up feeling tired. So for me, I value my sleep. So depende yung gising ko sa kung oras ako natulog. Things like that. So I'd rather have a good habit of getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep kaysa have that habit of waking up at 5 a.m. every day. So that's one side of how I get to balance developing good habits. Kayo ba, what you can, don't forget that you can message if you have any questions or if you can relate. Just feel free to hit up the chat. Other good habits that I think I've been doing so far is journaling. Before, I felt parang ang stupid na nagsusulat ka ng feelings mo sa isang papel. Or maybe it even throws back to the past where I did keep a diary when I was a teenager, pero yung mom ko kasi tinitingnan niya yung diary ko. So, na-discourage ako for a while doing that. Pero now that I'm living more independently and safe naman to, wala naman kaming tinginan dito ng roommate ko right now. So, I am free to journal whatever, even things na sometimes I even am embarrassed to admit that I'm feeling. Yung mga things na hindi ko masabi out loud, I try to write it down. Or even in my phone, minsan when I don't have the energy to pick up a pen and paper, I just type it on my phone. And then later on, nababasa ko rin naman siya. And then I'm like, oh, who's this girl? Bakit ang sad ng girl na to? Ba't ang sad ng version na to ni Jed? And then I see, and I try not to judge that person and know that she's just being true to herself and to her feelings at the moment. And the last point I would like to make, I guess, is to embrace your value. And this is different from knowing your values. This is knowing your value as a person. I think minsan kasi when we try to do this New Year's resolution, restart, reset mindset, nakakalimutan natin that we're also human beings. We're capable of not meeting our own expectations. Sometimes, tatama rin ka talaga. Sometimes your own mental health issues can get in the way and you just can't help to be sedentary. Minsan your anxiety gets too much that it takes over you, it overwhelms you to a point where maybe you're not able to think as logically as possible. So in this point, embracing your value, I would like to highlight that we have to embrace not perfection but authenticity. And what I mean by that is what feels real and true to you personally. I think dito rin nagkakaroon ng judgment with each other minsan. Like my resolutions or my weekly reset is gonna look different from other people. And babalik siya dun sa magkakaiba kasi tayo ng binavalue as people. So what feels authentic to me, kung gagawin ko na rin ni G or ni Sophie, might not feel as comfortable as it would for me. And that's okay because we're all different people. And in the process, I do hope we also get to practice two things, self-compassion and gratitude. Self-compassion, why did I bring this up? Again, tao lang din kasi tayo. Minsan we forget to have compassion for ourselves. I know a lot of people and myself included that sometimes we can be more compassionate for other people. Pero very, very, dinidrill natin yung sarili natin for little mistakes. So maybe if you also decide to have these weekly reset sessions for yourself, you can set aside time to, have a little self-compassion. You can ask yourself, what did I do today that I feel like I messed up? Parang, how did I react to it? What did I say to myself? And minsan nagugulat ako na the words that I use to talk to myself, minsan it's too mean, it's too rude, too cruel. And it's something that I know that I have to rewire my brain to do. Sophie said, getting a notebook and cute pens is the first step for me to restart my journal journey. Yes. Also not just making it simple and convenient, but making it exciting for you to get into the habit. Same with, I think, with getting new workout clothes. Minsan na-excite ako mag-exercise pag may bago akong workout clothes. So Sophie started last Monday and it was too awkward, but she converted half of it to a Hangul notebook. Yeah, I saw your story, Sophie. So she's trying to learn Korean. She noticed that her handwriting is so different. Kasi nga, we're using keyboards na. So, hindi na tayo sanay magsulat, I guess. Sheila says, in denial ako na tumaba ako. Paano yun? I don't want to buy a larger size. Girl, same. And I have a lots of sports bras that don't fit anymore. So, what I do is, ang ginamit ko is, alam niyo yung Erisem na bra top? Yun na lang, tapos nilalagyan ko na lang ng t-shirt. I'm still wearing small. I can barely breathe. I know, and I guess that's part of the things that we have to find ourselves compassionate to ourselves about it. Na it's really, our bodies are gonna change as we go along, regardless of what we do. Minsan, we do every like quote-unquote perfect workout routine, but still, we might find ourselves like, gaining some weight. And that's okay too. For me, personally, yung hassle lang with that, kailangan kong mag-size up ng clothes. And medyo pricey siya. But I'm learning to have that vocabulary, to have more words of, Jen, kung nakita mo medyo may bil-bil ka today, it's okay. Bloated ka lang, kakatapos mo lang kumain. Or na parang, it doesn't make me less of a person if there is more to me, literally. And if I remember this thing na sinabi ng fiancé ko before, sabi ko, tumaba na ako, I'm ugly na. Tapos sabi niya, no, there's more to you. It's great, ganyan. Tapos parang, okay, sige, pakiligin mo pa ako. So something like that. I guess for me, nag-start din ako mag-struggle with that, like sizing up. What I learned to do is buy larger clothes para I don't feel like lumaki ako. And mas comfortable din siya. Kasi it's hard to move around when the clothes don't fit well anymore. And I read somewhere na parang when we try on shoes and hindi kasha yung shoes, we don't buy the shoes anymore, diba? We get shoes that are sakto sa feet natin. So maybe we could think the same way with clothing, na the clothes, we don't fit the clothes fit us. So nung nabasa ko yun, sabi ko, oh, this is such a good like mindset to have. So it's something that I keep in my brain all the time when I, have that mean Jen voice saying, tumaba ka na, Jen. Hindi ka na pretty. Ganyan. So knowing your value, embracing your value as a person, regardless of what you look like, regardless of you make it quote unquote perfect, is important in this mind reset journey. The same way that gratitude is also important. Na when you have these wins, don't forget to reward yourself, to congratulate yourself for hitting these records si Sophie. Akala ko hindi ko kakayanin yung clam openers niya kasi I usually don't get to finish those things. Kasi hindi flexible yung hips ko. And usually nagka-cramp ako. Pero nung na-finish ko siya kahapon, I felt great. Even if I wasn't able to follow through the whole workout kasi medyo napapagod na ako. So yun, having self-compassion and gratitude is really, really important. Those two practices, along with your values, really go a long way. And you have to remember that hindi talaga perfect. So, and it's normal to feel like, I fucked up, ganyan. Mali. I messed up as a person. Pero you always find a way back to the thinking na, okay, I messed up. I forgive myself. What's next? No matter what pace it takes you. Kasi minsan, mabilis, minsan, mabagal, but it's okay. And that's why we have this community, this support group within FlexFit that really helps us along our fitness, wellness, and mindfulness journey. So yeah, I guess that's it for the mind part of this talk. I will turn you over to G for the body part.
Wow, thank you so much, Jen. And I really learned a lot from what you have said. Like, yun nga, forgive yourself. Minsan kasi sobrang hard natin sa sarili natin. And then, we have a compassion and be kind to ourselves and also to other people. And now, hello, ladies. Thank you for showing up today. I'm G. Actually, I'm a full-time IT, but recently been fascinated about nutrition, and that's what I'm talking about today. But before that, I just want you to remember that there is no right way to eat. There is no one diet philosophy. So because we have different biological factors, like we have different height, weight, like what Jen said, we have different goals and values. And then because of our uniqueness, we have also the unique diet or routine that can fit on our own values or our own body. So today, I'm gonna share with you a guidance on how we can get back on track and practice our growth mindset to create our healthy habits. So first things first, let's calibrate our mind. Because our mind dictates what we eat, we have to mind our brain and also our gut, which is our microbiome. So yung nasa intestine, ay yung nasa stomach natin, nandun yung ano natin, yung second brain na nagre-release ng different hormones that signal our brains on what we will do to the fuel that we saw, or that what we regarding on what we feel about our nutrition. So I'll break down into 3 categories. First one is the deep health. Second one, yeah, Sophia, that's our microbiome, our gut. So the second one is the simple. We will dive into simple steps to get back on track. And then the third one, of course, our goal setting. Since earlier we calibrate our mind with Jen's sharing, and I learned a lot from that, and I'll keep that in mind. So I hope you are too. And then this is my question for you girls. You can type on the chat or you can unmute yourself. And when we say healthy, what comes first in your mind? Oh, Sheila said it's fit, and Jen veggies, happy. So yeah, not being sick. Let me share my screen so we can discuss further how we can say that the people is healthy. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Kita niyo na ba? All right. So
Yes, babe.
okay. Thank you. Medyo hindi ko kasi na-view yung chat. So later, I'm gonna check it from time to time. So our mind reset body. And then our highlight for the day is to get back on track, which is what we need right now. So ito yung sasabi natin na how we can say people is healthy. So we have what we call the deep health. So like what you said, yung pag naisip niyo yung word na healthy is fit or veggies, or like you're not easily get sick. So when we say that the person is healthy, we usually think about like lean people with flexing their muscles and then the arms. But the thing is, healthy means you achieve deep health, right? What does that deep health mean? So we have different six important factors or pillars to achieve deep health. First one is our relational. being connected and authentic with others, feeling supported and like you belong, like what we did in our community. We make everybody like being a supportive to each of us. And then the second one is feeling vibrant. I mean the physical or feeling vibrant and thriving. So you can perform and function well. And then the third one is the existential. So if you find your purpose in life and then a sense of meaning. And of course, our emotional, experiencing the full of emotions. And our mental, of course, this is the very important one. Being alert, focused, and competent and thoughtful to ourselves and to other people. And of course, learning how to solve the problems. And the last one is the environmental. So knowing that everybody surrounds you, supports you towards health and well-being. And then that's all the composition of our deep health. So when we say that one is a healthy or one person is healthy, it means that he or she had achieved those balance pillars of the deep health. And then, so let's dive into simple steps to get back on track. What we need right now, and that's why you are here also in Mind Body Reset. So it pop up the phrase like health. I'm a track, and then slowly remind yourself about your growth mindset. It means that there's no failure, only feedback. And then ask yourself, what can you do next? And then it's okay that those failures that you are quote unquote is very useful feedback to improve yourself every day. So we have 4 actions that we need to take. The first one is 5-minute action. So as we reflect our past years, it was full of learnings that we can refine and improve right now. So what can you do next? Practice one strategic habit at a time. Kasi we have different types of how we can react to specific tasks. Like, for example, yung sarili mo, naggawa ka ng New Year's resolution and then rapid agad, as in parang, starting day 1, ganito agad gagawin mo. It's not work like that. Because we have resilience, di ba? So parang nasa-threaten yung mind natin and then yung sarili natin na this is too much, and na-stress ako, sasabihin ng body mo na na-stress siya kasi hindi yun yung comfort zone niya. So ang ending, hindi mo natutuloy yung New Year's resolution mo. Kasi nga, your body and your mind is not used to that. Okay? Have you ever missed out on accomplishing a task or goals? And of course, lahat naman tayo guilty doon. Kahit ako minsan, especially if we have nag-sort out yung things and then nag-iba yung priorities mo this month or next month. So that's okay. You can take it slowly and you can do it by 5-minute action per day. So do your 5-minute action na sobrang effortless kasi para maging slowly nagiging part siya ng sistema mo, and then you can create it as a habits in the long run. So what are the examples? Maybe you can eat mindfully, try to wine taste your food. Yan. Yung parang pagkakain ka ng meal mo for kuwaring breakfast mo or yung lunch mo later, try to observe the texture, the taste, and how does it affects your feelings, ganun. Para kasi, why are we doing that? Because when we try to eat slowly, we tell to our mind, especially, syempre i-store yung nutrients na kinakain natin sa stomach natin, and then magre-release yun ng mga hormones na magsasabi sa brains natin na okay, you have enough fuel, you can stop eating. That's how we can trick our brain because ang body natin is defensive. So, anything na maubusan siya ng fuel na maghahanap siya. So, kung ano yung makita niya na kung ano makita ng body natin na edible, so whatever it is, you will grab it and then you will eat it. So, next is, with that, we need to change our environment. I'm gonna share something from our Precision Nutrition CEO, the Berardi's first law, na ito yung sinabi niya. Oh, so can you see it? Not sure if you can see my notes. Pag hindi, I'm gonna paste it. Oy, may mga chat na pala. Struggle ko now is flavored drinks. Okay lang yan, Jella. You cannot totally remove that because it can help you feel happy, di ba? Mga ganyan, kahit ako sweet tooth din kasi ko eh. So, parang mas gusto ko yung mas tastier na drinks or food. The whole time, inisip ko potato chips. Yeah, you're craving for salty. Yeah, chips. Yep. Kasi sobrang, ayan yung Berardi's first law. Ito yung, I think, applicable din to sa lahat. So, if a food is in your house or possession, either you, someone you love, or someone you marginally tolerate will eventually eat it. So vice versa. If a healthy food is in your house or possession, the above also applies. So kagaya nung example ko kanina na, syempre yung body natin, especially when we are stressed. When we are stressed kasi, we are ang nervous system natin is in a fight or flight mode. So ang gagawin niya, sobrang parang gusto niya mag-survive. Kasi nga, natitreten siya, regardless kung ano man yung stress or sakit. So ang gusto niya, mag-take siya. Di ba minsan kaya pag stress tayo, sinasabi nila stress eating. Pero yun nga, kasi sinasabi ng katawan mo na kumain ka dahil pag hindi, parang, natitreten siya na baka mamatay itong body mo pag di ka kumain ng kahit ano. So hindi ka na nakakapag think clearly na ano ba dapat yung quality food na intake mo para maging okay ka ulit. And that's okay kasi ganun talaga yung reaction ng katawan natin. Yung crispiness niya and saltiness yung gusto ko. Yeah! Need alternatives for chips. Struggle ko flavored coffee and milk tea. Me too! My struggle is anything with sodium. Okay. Agree kay Gino, nag-stock up ako ng okra and kang nice instead of cheese. Yung ang minorienta ko kasi tinatamad ako ng okay? Emotional stress eating, the same ba? Kasi yung emotional and stress eating, they are related. So we can eat too much when we are happy. So that's emotional eating. Pero yung stress na tinatawag, let's say for example, uyat ka na, tapos yung boss mo galit na galit sa'yo, and then di mo ma-deliver ng maayos yung task mo. So lahat yan, yung stress level mo, magpapatong-patong siya. And then, ang result na lang is mag-stress eating ka kasi it makes you feel happy. It makes you feel calm when you eat that chips and that milk tea, di ba? Ang sarap. Buti pa to, napapasaya ako. Yeah. So, magiging ganun ka sa sarili mo. And that's how our brain reacts talaga. So, and that's okay. But we can slowly help ourselves to create the right mindset and huwag natin pipilitin yung sarili natin kasi dapat slowly lang but surely. So next one, that's why we need a support. So balik tayo dito sa slides. The third one is to get the support. That's why we are here in FlexFit. So we cheer everybody. Tsaka iba din yung energy at tsaka yung push ng mga girls kasi ma-inspire ka talaga. And same applies to our nutrition. Pag halimbawa nakikita mo yung stories, ako sobrang happy ako pag nakikita ko yung mga stories ng mga girls na they slowly add some veggies and protein or choose quality carbs to their meals. Kasi parang simple habits na yon na hindi mo na mamalayan. Pag lagi mo siyang ginagawa, it will give you a better result towards your goals. So that's why we are here to guide and support you. And then the last one, actually this is a feedback loop from your learnings. So learn from it. And then you can ask yourself, what could you change in the future? Diba? Parang, how can you create sustainable lifestyle towards deep health? But I think it takes practice. Pero if you show up for yourself every day and go back to 5-minute action a day na hindi ka nahihirapan, just make it na super dali na hindi mo siya mare-resist or madedelay kasi sobrang dali niya. Kumbaga, it's just like I compare it to checking your notification in the Instagram. So, 'di ba, minsan hindi natin napapansin na naka 15 minutes na pala tayo or sa any social media or any messages na meron kayo diyan na nakapag-spend ka na ng 30 minutes to 1 hour. So, why not we do it for ourselves towards our goals, which is to have that deep health. So, tingnan ulit natin yung mga chat. Wait, asa na? Haba na pala. Okay, super apply sa akin yung Berardi's percent. Di rin maiwasan may not so healthy food sa bahay because my family has it. Yan, I understand you, Trisha, and yun nga, you can take it slowly din. Na kasi syempre yung family mo may kanya-kanya silang preference when it comes to food. Mas okay sa kanya kunyari may sweets or may mas salty naman yung isa mong family member. Try to add sa grocery yung mga parang mas quality food, like add ka ng vegetable na favorite mo. Mag-start ka dun sa mas madaling what do you call that? Mas ano siya sa'yo, mas madali siyang kainin for you. Pero quality food, like kung ano man yung favorite vegetables mo or fruits, ganyan. And yun lang yung laging parang mas accessible sa'yo na ilabas mo siya. So yung mga chips, you can put it on the cabinet para, kunyari, weekend mo lang pala siya maaalala, meron pala akong chips sa cabinet. So at least mas visible sa'yo yung mga fruits and vegetable, mas kukunin mo siya. Kasi i-signal ka ng brain mo na, hey, eat something because I'm starving, ganyan. So, i-grab mo kung ano yung unang mong makita. So, mas maganda yung unang mong makikita is quality food. Sheila, kaya pala okra favorite food. Yeah. Si Jen, well, when I'm down and ang weird, I eat something sweet. Does flavor have an effect on the brain? Good question, Sophia. I'm not sure about the flavor, but because different taste can affect our brain. Kasi minsan depende sa genes din natin kasi. So if you are sweet tooth, maybe your parents or your ancestors is sweet tooth too. And then yung something sweet pwedeng past experience mo kasi kunwari nung bata ka, parang unang natikman mo yung lollipop or ice cream and it makes you feel good. It's yummy. So it can rewire your brain that the food is safe to eat and it can give you pleasure, ganyan. So ganun din kasi tayo nung from our ancestors. So parang pag bitter sa kanila, poisonous. Pag sweet and salty, it's okay to eat. So parang syempre na-adapt natin in the next generation. That's why. Buti pa. Buti pa. Napapasaya ko. Yeah. Okay. I don't even slide. Parang I can't eat it when I eat veggies. That's why sometimes kasi actually Sheila yun yung trick. If you eat first the veggies, when you go to your meal or to eat your meal na, parang nasasatisfied ka na kasi maraming fiber ang fruits or ang vegetables. So parang masasatisfy agad yung tummy mo na okay, you have enough energy. Sasabihin na naman ng brain mo na stop eating, parang gano'n. So, pero okay lang yan kasi at least i-balance mo na lang din siya na you can eat veggies with meat, ganyan, or nandun na siya mismo sa ano mo, sa dish mo. Fruits and vegetables. Okay, so the last one I'm gonna talk about is, of course, we have simple steps to get back on track. We need to have goals. So remember that if you are driven by your goals, nothing can stop you. So like what we did in our work, business, even in our personal life, we need to set our goal to be able to have a drive to continue what we are doing right now. So how we can achieve that? First, let's think about these simple guidelines. Determine first our outcome, what we wanted to be. Like this one, like example lang for the get lean and build muscle, but you can have it on your own. That's why I said na earlier na magbring kayo ng pen and paper or any notes so you can create your outcome or the goals that you want. And then anything related to our 6 pillars of deep health. You can be for your mental health or for your environment or for your physical or emotional. And then let's break it down into monthly. So this month, what are you gonna do? So let's say, for example, you join this community workout and lifestyle. So we have different topics to discuss, and then break it down also into weeks. So starting this week, what are you gonna do towards your goal, towards this outcome? So first thing first, like what we did, start of 7-day restart. So yun yung ginawa natin this week. And then today, ito yung pinaka-importante kasi it's okay that we have some feedback or learnings from the past. And like what you did yesterday, okay lang yon. Kung tingin mo hindi ka nag-show up for yourself, that's okay. That's okay because we have different priorities. Ayan nga, babalik tayo sa priorities, values, and goals. But today is the very important one because you can do anything towards your outcome. So let's say, for example, I will join workout by 6 p.m. like what we did yesterday, or like what others did yesterday. And then today you show up here, and we are very grateful for that. And I think you learn a lot from this talk. So, and yeah, I think that's all for that goals. And I want you to remember that it's your body, your health, and your choice. So I think that's all from my end. I hope you learn something from this. Hello, Jen. Parang
Yeah.
nakamute ka.
Hello.
Ayan.
Ayan. Ayun. May mga key takeaways ba kayo before we end? Or is there anything you would like to share? Bagong learnings? Or para nakikita nyo na ba yung, ito na yung gagawin ko pag nag-reset ako? Ako actually meron. Gusto ko yung Berardi's Law. It's something new to me and I really like kasi sobrang, alam mo, ang simple niyan na what you keep within your reach is what you wala namang chips. Though may candy, thing na madali kong, ayun, ice cream sa ref. Hindi ko na binubuksan yung freezer minsan para di ako matempt kumuha ng ice cream. And I think tama yung fit, I think we can focus on the physical and mental siguro. That's what we can offer. Partly emotional with the support group and the share sessions. I think, yeah, that's it. Sabi ni Trisha, lately, I'm becoming more intentional when buying groceries. Kanina lang, most of my buys are veggies and fruits na. Yeah. And the thing kasi with veggies and fruits, di ba, nasa-spoil sila. So, if ayaw mong masayang yung binili mo, matetempt kang kainin. As opposed to when you buy, I think, canned goods or instant things or junk foods na pwede mong iwan dyan, tapos nandyan lang siya. Ayun, we really hope you were able to learn something, gather some insights from this short talk. Hopefully, in our next program, if you're able to join the next one, we'll have more of this kind of session. And we do have our FlexFit Sister Shares official Telegram group chat where we vent and share and celebrate our small wins. Yan, sa mga mag-grocery later, pwede nyo dun simulan. Be mindful of what you buy. Ang ginagawa ko actually, kakain muna ako bago mag-grocery para hindi ako gutom mag-grocery. So, ang bibilin ko yung mga karapat dapat bilhin. Tama ba, G?
Pero one more tip, yun nga yung kagaya yung sinabi ko kay Jen na you cannot totally remove agad lahat ng mga parang ano natin, yung mga unhealthy habits, but you can add, let's say for example, hindi ka talaga ma-veggies or ma-fruits. Try to add on your meal. Parang hindi naman kasi siya big deal, di ba? So, add ka lang ng konting okra. Kagaya ng ginawa ni Jen. Ang saya nun eh. Konting okra or konting kangkong, di ba? Para at least meron kang fiber intake kahit kainin mo yung favorite meal mo, di ba? Slowly but surely na ano mo siya na help mo yung self mo towards your goals, and then hindi mo pa na threaten yung sarili mo, di ba? O kainin mo agad ng veggies na doon.
Oo nga, no? Kasi parang kapag nirush mo yung sarili mo, matithreaten yung body mo. Paano ka mag-enjoy kumain ng healthy? That's a good take.
Yeah. Because that's how our brain works. So parang kung ano yung comfort zone niya, doon siya mag-stick.
What makes you feel safe, no?
Kasi pag parang feeling niya yung vegetable, hindi naman yung talagang routine niya, di ba? Slowly, pinapasok na lang sa sistema niya yun. Pero syempre, pag biglain mo na isang bowl agad na salad, na hindi mo naman talaga gusto, may stress ka lang, tapos feeling mo deprived ka. Kaya after nun, kakain ka ng lahat ng gusto mo kasi iisip kumain ka naman ng salad. Pero yun nga, take it slow and be kind to yourself.
Huwag mag-overthink siguro, sabi ni Jella. Oh, thanks, Goldie. Sabi ni Goldie, she appreciates daw how our parts coincided. Actually, very ano yan, di namin pinlano. Nung nag-meet na kami, uy, ang galing, nag-coincide yung points namin. So,
Yeah.
tadhana.
Yeah, tinadhana. And I love this collab, Jen. For collab with you.
Oo, yes. Oo naman. Ang dami ko talaga natutunan today with lalo the body aspect. Ang dami palang aspects ng health, pati environment. So, hopefully, you'll tune into more Jen and G Talks. Sa Nox me hashtag. Hashtag Jen and G. Ayun, sige. I think we can end here. We don't want to keep you anymore from your weekend, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. So, kung ano man yung gagawin niyo today, do it and do it well. Ayun. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing.
happy weekend, ladies. Thank you, Jen.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.